Enterprises, Representative Jervy Luistro.
Madam Chair, good afternoon to all our esteemed colleagues and of course to CHR. Magandang hapon po. I used to handle pro bono cases. When I became a member of the House, the demand for free legal assistance even increased. Mas lapitin pala kapag public official na kesa sa being a lawyer who accept pro bono cases. Sometimes I feel lost. Saan ko ba dadalhin itong mga litigants na ito? Considering our absolute prohibition to engage in the practice of law. So my question for CHR, paano po ba natin i-draw ang line between NPS / PAW / IBP legal aid vis-a-vis the Commission on Human Rights?
In terms of legal aid services po, legal aid. So I think we have to understand the mandate of the Commission on Human Rights. So kung babalikan po natin yung ating saligang batas, ang mandato po natin is to investigate violations of civil and political rights. Tapos po yung pangalawa ay to provide protection, to provide protection against human rights violations and provide legal aid services to the underprivileged. So kung in relation po dun sa tanong po ninyo, siguro dapat tingnan po natin yung serbisyong binibigay ng komisyon in relation to the mandate, human rights violation at underprivileged victims of human rights violation. So kung titingnan po natin, ang National Prosecution Service ay taga-usig ng ating pamahalaan sa krimen. Yung atin pong Public Attorney's Office ay abogado ng mga underprivileged na akusado.
But they can be victim also of
Yes.
unjust imprisonment.
Tama
the
po.
one you cited earlier.
Yes po, tama po, I agree. Then ang IBP po, ito po yung atin namang private lawyers na who are doing services to the community. So kakaiba po yung role. Ang komisyon po ay focus dapat sa human rights violations
But
or
of course,
abuse.
Of course, we acknowledge that the term human rights violation is too broad. It can be somebody who is requesting for the service for prosecution. It can be somebody who needs a defense counsel,
Yes.
which means that it is not confined to the complainant or the defendant. The CHR may represent either
Yes,
of
Your Honor.
them,
Yes, Your Honor.
so long as they fall within the purview of human rights violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kaya lang po, Chair, napakalawak po ng human right violation. Like for example, I want to cite the victims of social media. Meron po diyang gambling addiction. Merong porno exposure. Merong financial scam victims. At meron ding libel victims which sometimes would even result to terminating his own life. So, this afternoon, I really wish to be enlightened, although it is hard to define really. Ano pong ginagamit niyong parameter
I think
to determine whether a person claiming to be a human right victim should be admitted to the program of the CHR?
Siguro ang pinakamaganda pong approach dito ay tingnan po natin yung legal framework ng human rights. Ang nakakasaklaw po sa atin sa pagdating sa human rights ay yung 8 International Human Rights Court treaties. Yun pong Covenant on Civil Political Rights, Covenant on Economic, Social, Cultural Rights, Convention Against Torture, Conventions on the Rights of the Child, Conventions on the Rights of Migrant Workers, Convention on Persons with Disabilities, Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, and hindi, wala pa. Convention on Racial
Madam
Discrimination.
Chair, Mr.
Tutuloy ko
Chair,
lang po, ma'am. Your
sorry
Honor.
to interrupt.
Yes, Your Honor.
I heard about child abuse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of course, they can approach also the National Prosecution Service.
Yes, Your Honor.
At the same time, they can solicit the help of the CHR.
Actually, yun po yung gusto kong bigyan ng distinction. Dahil po pag sinabi ho nating human rights obligation, it belongs primarily to the state. So what we should be looking at is the action of the state in compliance with its human rights obligations. Kaya ako po isinite yung 8 core human rights treaties. Dahil ito po yung dapat yung pamantayan namin as to determination of human rights violation. So state actors po ang dapat tignan natin. But due to evolution of human rights internationally, nagkakaroon po ng aspeto kung saan private individuals may also be the subject of human rights. Ilan ho dyan, yung binanggit kanina, international humanitarian law in matters affecting armed conflict, and also business and human rights, dahil po yung private corporations also has social responsibility. So, and also, technically, kapag po yung private actor is acting on behalf of a state, so yun po yung mga instances where private individuals should be held accountable for human rights violation. Kasi po pagka private individuals na po yan, ang accountability po niya ay criminal or administrative kung ano man yung applicable. So katulad po nung sinasabi nyo, pagka meron pong paglabag sa karapatan ng bata, halimbawa inabuso, at ang nang gumawa ng pang-abuso ay isang private individual or non-state actor, ito po ay criminal accountability ng taong ito. At dahil may mekanismo na po sa ating bansa upang tugunan itong mga ganitong insidente, dapat ang focus po natin ay criminal accountability of this private individual. Magkakaroon lamang po dapat ng tutok ang ating komisyon in matters of human rights violation kapag meron pong failure on the part of the state. Halimbawa ay meron siyang tratadong sinalihan at hindi niya ginawa yung batas na dapat magpapatupad do sa tratadong yun, isa ho yun na po pwede natin tignan na paglabag sa karapatan. Or kung meron na pong mga mekanismo at may batas na dito sa atin, ngunit tulad nung tinutukoy ko kanina, yung Section 30 and 31 of the Magna Carta of Women, kapag po may failure ang local government unit to provide the adequate services to the WEDC, yung women under extremely difficult circumstances, dapat po ay managot yung local government unit dahil failure po yon paglabag po sa access to remedies.
Kanino po mananagot yung LGU?
Yung LGU po, dahil binigay na po ng pamahalaan yung remedies to the victims of human rights violation. Kaya lang, kung hindi po natin ibinibigay yon bilang local government unit, may failure po sa part natin. That is denial of access to remedies do sa biktima. So, yun po dapat ang merong paglabag sa karapatan.
What you are saying, Chairman, is kapag may failure ang ating gobyerno in providing the necessary legal assistance to the private individual victim of human rights, that is the only time that the CHR will enter into play.
That is also an instance where CHR can act. Dahil meron pa pong ibang kung meron direct violation. Kung titingnan po natin kasi yung konsepto ng human rights obligation, principally tatlo po 'yan, yung protect, respect and fulfill. Under the obligation to protect, kailangan respect. Huwag mong i-violate yung karapatan ng mamamayan mo. Estado po ito. Pag in matters with regard to protect, ibig sabihin po, ang pamahalaan dapat ginagawa niya ang lahat ng pamamaraan upang respetuhin at pangalagaan yung karapatan ng mga mamamayan niya. So ito po yung mga pagpapasa ng batas.
I want to go back to what you cited about domestic violence.
Yes, Your Honor.
No? Most of the victims do not solicit at all the assistance of the LGU.
But isa po yung problema kasi po hindi talaga nila alam yung mga remedyo.
That is precisely the point. But if this domestic violence victim claiming to be a human rights violation victim wish to avail of the assistance of the CHR, will you accept her in the program?
Opo, assistance po, not necessarily investigation of human rights violation. We can also provide legal assistance. At sa ngayon po kasi ang ginagawa po ng komisyon ay inuutusan na pagka meron pong ganyang reklamo, ay we make sure that our regional office also communicate with the local government units to address itong mga services na ito. Kasi pagka yun lamang po yung pamamaraan upang magkaroon ng relief yung at isang biktima ng tulad ng gender-based violence.
Chairman, do you acknowledge that there is overlapping or perhaps ambiguity when it comes to the mandate of the CHR vis-a-vis the agencies which I mentioned earlier?
Hindi po. Wala po. Kasi ang focus natin ay human rights violation. And as I mentioned, ang legal framework po namin ay yung core human rights treaties. Yung pong mga binanggit nyo, yung National Prosecution Service, Public Attorney's Office, and the IBP, these are domestic remedies. Domestic remedies involving criminal, maybe administrative, maybe civil cases. Yung sa amin po ay human rights violation cases. And magkaiba po yung lengguwahe talaga namin dahil kami po ay more focused on the compliance of the state on its obligations in human rights treaties. Dito po sa mga NPS, PAO, and IBP, ito po ay domestic remedies po natin na available kapag nag-violate ay mga private individuals. Although there are times that government officials also may be violators.
Nonetheless, Chairman, the obligation to international treaties, I believe, transcends also to the administration of justice.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree.
As to whether we have compliance or otherwise to the international treaties, it depends on how we facilitate the administration of justice in the country.
Yes, I agree, Your Honor.
I hope that we can come up with a possible information education campaign. Because if I am confused,
Yes.
how much more the public who are in need of legal assistance? Para bang ganito yung kanilang challenge? May NPS, may PAO, may legal aid, may CHR, but they do not know where to go. No? So I hope we can come up with the necessary education and information campaign so the people will understand saan situation ba sila nagfo-fall and which agency can they approach to solicit help.
I agree, Your Honor. Kasama po ito sa aming programas under Promotions Office. At isa rin ho ito sa mga objective nung binanggit ko kaninang programa na ginawa namin, yung Lakaran, Lakbay Karapatan tungo sa Kamalayan.
Gumagamit po ba kayo ng social media, Chairman?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hope you can strengthen
Yes, Your Honor.
Your social media campaign, because I don't see it.
Oh. Ah. Siguro ang strategy po namin gagawin ay itatag namin po kayo sa aming mga post kung inyo pong mamarapatin.
Thank you for your intention to tag this representation. No, I have some incidents to mention here. Kindly respond to me by saying yes or no, kasama sa mandato nyo. To
Yes,
start
Your Honor.
with, rescue of victim. Yes or no?
Victims of...
Human rights violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Representative Luistro, your time is up
I'm
na po.
almost finished, Madam Chair. Safe house of victim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Investigation of the incident.
Yes, Your Honor.
Prosecution.
No, Your Honor.
How about assisting them during the prosecution?
Assisting them, yes, but not as a prosecutor.
Oh,
Yes.
even as private prosecutor. Hindi rin kayo pwedeng private
No.
prosecutor. Trial.
Trial, no, but we
You can assist, but you
We can
cannot
assist,
enter
yes.
appearance.
we are not doing it. We are not entering our appearance. But there are cases where we are
You are
parties
allowed.
in a petition, but not in trial.
See? That should be made clear to the public that in prosecution and trial, the CHR are not allowed to enter their appearance. Judgment. Assistance only.
Yes, yeah, assistance.
Implementation of judgment.
Maybe assistance only. Or, but
Even
the-
disregarding the prosecution and trial, your inability to enter appearance. This is
Oh.
still broad.
wala,
Kanina
wala
po-
po sa mandato namin yun.
I
Yung
understand.
yes.
Kanina po, Chairman, sabi nyo ang officials and employees nyo, or should I say lawyers, is just 100 plus.
Yes, Your Honor.
Question po. Nagsama po ba kayo dun sa proposed budget nyo? Creation of plantilla.
Hindi po. Hindi po kasama doon sa ano. Dahil DBM yung kailangan po namin i-request sa DBM yung plantilla. At tapos kasama po yun yung siguro for increase of manpower doon po sa aming charter na sinusulong.
Do you have the need to engage additional lawyers?
Yes, yes.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Well,
Dahil
I'm just
po
thinking
ang
you should
principal
have
mandate
included
po
it
namin-
in your proposed budget.
Kasi po DBM concern po yan, we cannot just request
I
for
understand.
additional budget. Yes.
I understand, but there is a proposed budget we submit to the DBM, if I am correct, before they incorporate it in the national expenditure
Kaya
program,
lang man po ang
which they submit to the Congress.
Yes, ang basis po kasi ng DBM with regard to PS ay existing plantilla. And ang fill up, ang bibigyan lang talaga nilang pondo in terms of CHR.
Kung may
filled
existing
up
plantilla
lang.
na.
Yes.
So the
sa amin
creation
po,
of plantilla has to be,
has to pass through the process sa DBM po.
and did you initiate
Hindi pa po dahil
creation of plantilla?
Hindi pa po dahil for one, we are considering the charter kung sakali pong may pasa. At pangalawa po, we are still conducting a study internally kung ano po talaga yung magandang structure because ang dami na pong nadagdag talagang mandato ng komisyon. As mentioned earlier, the special laws na binigay sa amin yung mga ibang mandato. So kailangan po naming aralin siya. Hindi lamang po kami po pwedeng umasa na ngayon sa based on the original mandate, based on the Constitution dahil ang dami na pong naidagdag na mandato.
Clarification lang, Chairman. Kanina may nabanggit po kayong 12,000 backlog.
Yes, Your Honor.
Backlog po
hindi
yun
lang
ng
po.
ano?
Actually, na cases po, investigation. Actually, if we
Cases for investigation.
investigation.
Pero may nabanggit din po kayong 99% satisfied client.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano niyo po
Representative
i-reconcile
Jervil
yan?
Luistro.
This is my last question, Madam
Okay
Chair.
Case kasi po kung titingnan po ninyo yung aming mandato, ang investigation na mandate po namin ay hindi lamang dahil may complainant, dahil we can also conduct motu proprio investigation. Ibig sabihin wala hong complainant. So pwede po siyang i-reconcile. Kasi hindi naman ho lahat ng kaso namin ay merong complainant.
Bang isipin yung 99% may complainant?
Siguro kung titignan, hindi lang ho yan
Yung
investigation.
12,000 na backlog, walang complainant.
In terms of customer satisfaction po, hindi lamang siya limited sa investigation. We are also measuring our customer satisfaction in terms of other services. So kasama po yung legal aid, jail visitation, etc.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.